just west of Chicago, in a community called Elmhurst. There's a place where you'll grow into a connected thinker and a passionate changemaker, with skills to excel and knowledge that lasts. Elmhurst University. Go far, do well.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside R.A. Fagano Hall. I'm Bill Downing. He's Dawson Wells. It is Elmhurst University Bluejays basketball action, men's basketball tonight, and it's a rematch from earlier in the season when we went on the road to Decatur and took care of Big Blue 69-65. Tonight is an important game, and so are the rest of them, because these are winnable games. We're in the final playoff spot if the tournament was to start today.
Yeah, a very big game. That was a close one.
Well, we're going to send it down to courtside for our opening ceremonies. It's Big Blue and the Blue Jays coming up next here on Suncom.tv. All right, the opening ceremonies are completed. We're ready to get this one going. And Dawson, you take a look at these stats. This is a very evenly matched matchup between the Big Blue and Elmhurst. And like I said, we beat them 69-65 on the road. That was a nip-and-tuck game. Should be a good one here tonight. And must-wins for the Blue Jays from here on out, holding the sixth and final tournament spot.
Yeah, and that one in Decatur, very, very tight one. 11 lead changes in that game, 7 ties. Only a 4-point win for Elmhurst, but this Millikin team, number 1 in the CCIW in team field goal percentage, so they're very efficient on the offensive end. Elmhurst just needs to shoot the ball a little bit better. They kind of run into these situations where they shoot themselves out of these big games.
Well, Big Blue will start with the opening possession and sliding in for an easy layup and miss. That was Drake Stevenson, 6'6" senior out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Now the Blue Jays going left to right, and they're all whites, Big Blue, and they're blues. Out of Decatur, Illinois. Here's Pearson. Finds Blahout. Blahout. That's a tough matchup right there going up against Strawder. There's a three, and that one no good. And one and done. And Stevenson with the rebound. By Pearson. Good defense stripped there by Boone. Schellenberg gives it up. Here's Blahout. Got that left shoulder taped up. Pearson, step back shot. Good. Tegan Pearson, 6'3", graduate out of Westchester, Illinois, Nazareth Academy. Gets things going here for the Blue Jays, who come in averaging about 74 points per game. Big Blue not far behind. There's a one and done there by Toman, 6'4" sophomore out of Mackinac, Illinois.
And Lane Toman, big threat on the offensive side for Big Blue. 4 20-point games in the month of January, including one against Elmhurst where he dropped 26. Kind of a rare miss, too, for him there.
Yeah, Toman leading Big Blue in points per game, field goals made, field goals percentage, 3 points. Stevenson, their big rebounder. Bond, their assist leader, and steals also with Bond. About 2 minutes gone. It's 2-0 Blue Jays. And on the basket by Pearson. 10 on the shot clock for Big Blue. Chase Travis. Trapped in a corner. He's going to try a step back. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Cherry with the board. He's got a cheering section down to our right. Oh, Cherry wanted to hit Boone, cutting right through the paint. Just missed that connection. Now Cherry again looking for Boone. You can tell they want to get the big man involved. They don't necessarily want him shooting from outside. Big Blue is okay with that. But Boone is powerful on the inside. Pearson trying to do it. This time, step back. 5 on the shot clock. Schellenberg can't come up with it. And now Travis, 6'5" junior out of Olney, Illinois, with the board for Big Blue. A good D there by Boone. There's Toman. A miss, but a follow through this time. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Stevenson again.
Great closeout by Blahout there.
Oh, good. Oh, Travis Boone. Oh, I don't know about that one. That was kind of a late whistle, but that's going to put Tion Spates, 6'7" junior out of Indianapolis, Indiana, to the line for 2.
And just a late rotation over. Boone kind of forgot about his guy, late getting over and drawing the foul. But Elmhurst doing a great job so far, contesting a lot of these Big Blue shots. They're 0 for 4 from the field and missing that free throw, still at 0 points, down 3 minutes in this game.
Well, you take a look at the records. CCIW all evened up at 5-6. You take their regular season records. Elmhurst 9-11, Millikin 11-9. So again, very evenly matched. And when you take a look at the standings, Elmhurst, Millikin, and Augustana all knotted up at 5-6 apiece. But you also have to be careful. North Central at 4-7. We know Illinois Wesleyan has already punched their ticket to the tournament. Here's Cherry. Schellenberg wanted to post up Boone. Boy, good defense there by Big Blue. They are pushing Here's Blahoot. Boone, second three, and this time he connects from downtown. Aiden Boone, the 6'5 sophomore out of Libertyville.
Yeah, big shot by Aiden Boone there. Been shooting the three a lot more recently in conference games. 33% three-point shooter. Big shot there to put Elmhurst up 4.
Maybe Millikin now will come out and contest his shots. The first one, they let him. This one, they let him, and this one dropped. There's Travis. Straight on, three-pointer. Couple threes in a row, one by the Blue Jays and now one by Big Blue.
That's a good response there for Millikin, just hitting the three. Like I said, they're a very efficient shooting team coming into tonight. 38.6 from the three-point line, but close to 50 from the field.
Schellenberg, another three for the Blue Jays, back-to-back for Elmhurst. Last three shots, 3 points apiece for both teams. It's a tray party here early as they exchange threes. It's 8-4, Elmhurst. Here's the big guy, Toman. He's going to give this up. Travis near corner. No good. Cherry with the board.
And Toman trying a triple team on that possession. Blue Jays clearly putting an emphasis on him after he dropped 26 points on them in Decatur.
Yeah, John Baines, he realizes what he's got to do. Here's Pearson for another three. That's off the front of the rim, no good. And Toman with the board. Like Tolman, looks like he can play football too. That is a big kid right there. Turnaround shot there by Strouder. That one no good, and it's going to be Blue Jays ball. Malachi will check in. Aja Hongbeta. Vinny, he'll check in. And every time we call his name, it's like instant offense and defense with that kid.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. Big boost of energy off the bench.
John Baines can't say enough good things about that freshman. Oh, my gosh, Blahoot just blew right by. That's a blown assignment that time by Travis. Aja Hongbeta straight on, no good. The aforementioned Travis, Chase Travis, 6'5". This is a pretty tall team here for Big Blue. Toman, three, good. Yep, timeout. This time by head coach Kramer Soderberg, the head coach for Millikin out of Decatur, Illinois. It's 8-7, quick start by both, and they're definitely shooting from downtown each side.
Yeah, both teams taking their threes, and Elmhurst has had a couple open shots there. Obviously 2 from 6 from the three-point line to start this game. And if Elmhurst is starting to hit their threes, they're going to heat up late here in the season. That's somewhere they've kind of really struggled recently. We saw it against Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday. Tough loss in that one. Elmhurst just struggled to hit their shots. That's why they got blown out. If Elmhurst can improve their shooting and start boosting up this field goal percentage, they're going to be dangerous.
So we were talking about the CCIW tournament. That starts right after the final contest this month at home against Carroll. Illinois Wesleyan, as I mentioned, 18-2 overall, 10-1 in CCIW, number 2 in the country. They've already punched their ticket and probably will have home court. But North Park at 9-2, one of their 2 losses to Illinois Wesleyan. Carthage at 8-2. I mean, anything's possible. I mean, when we talk to John Baines, he basically says, any night, anything could happen. You can play Augustana on a Wednesday and be ready for Wesleyan on a Friday and North Central on a Saturday. That's a CCIW.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it with Illinois Wesleyan. Some nights they come in and just blow teams out like they did to us on Saturday, or they play 3 overtime games against North Central. So
yeah, they've got some lucky rabbit's feet in the old hats. 7 seconds. Trellenberg. Pearson just inside 3 land. Count it. Oh, he's good. He's got 5.
And that's the guy Elmhurst needs to get heated up. He's struggled as of late.
I'm sorry. He only has 4. My apologies. I thought his first was a 3. So used to. It's almost a bad pass that time. by Fraser Ott, 6'8" graduate, Chesterfield, Missouri. And Pearson on Drake Stevenson. Stevenson shed his defender, and Pearson came in late. And Stevenson kind of holding that forearm. You can see it, maybe right around the elbow. Hopefully he's okay. Here's Toman again. Jeez, you're right. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, that's so tough. Millikin using a lot of screens. Start off this one twice now. That's how they have gotten Toman open, and he's just hit a shot.
Ajahong Beta into the paint, throws a shot up. Oh my, and he was going down too. Acrobatic shot.
Wow, that great athletic play there. We've seen the athleticism from him all season. Great, just awareness to get that ball up and great hands.
Here's Livingston. Hands the ball off to Stevenson for the easy layup. Right now, the Blue Jays just overextending their defense. Here's Blahout. He's going to go in. Nice. Trying to draw the contact on Ott. And John Baines will take the timeout. A 3-point lead, 14-11, 12:30 left.
Here's Blahout. Great drive to the rim. And what up against Ott. Through the contact, too. Great just effort from him.
6'2" versus 6'8", and Blahout came out on top right there. Taking a look at the rest of their schedule, they're at Augustana. They lost to them 77-66, and that was a winnable game. North Park, they lost to them 72-61. Again, winnable games right here. But head coach John Baines, he knows how to get the best out of his players down the stretch, too. No matter who's on the team, no matter who's hot and who's not, he always finds a way to get his team to play at the right times.
Absolutely, and they're going to need it through these last 4 games here in the CCIW, and penultimate home game now. We won't see them until the end of February on the 22nd against Carroll.
Blue Jays, 5 of their last 7. Millikin answering the call, 3 of their last 3 also. Here's Ott, the big man, Tillman. Swing it back over to Bullock. Now Ott, used that arm to clear with no call on Malachi, and Cherry with the board. Cherry gives it to Malachi. He's going to try to drive baseline. Step back. That one missed everything. Ajahong Beta, got to be careful. That was Witcher. Now it's Pearson. Knocked out by the quick hands of Chase Travis. 12 on the shot clock. Now this is a lineup I don't think we've seen much played by the Blue Jays. These 5 playing on the court together. Ajahong Beta, 7 seconds. Going to move it into the paint. He's got a nice step, Euro step. And Big Blue will come out with it. Noah Livingston, 6'1" senior out of Casey, Illinois.
Yeah, great move. Just a little bit slow getting that ball up from Ajahong Beta.
And he almost got the and one, talking about Livingston, and he'll go to the line. Malachi with the foul. And that's going to put Livingston to the free throw line. We're going to have cheerleading and palms coming up at halftime, so you definitely want to keep it here after we send it off to the break. Still 11:33 left, 14-12 Blue Jays.
Neither team right now can get out ahead. Both teams were shooting very well until that John Baines timeout.
All right, this is both. We'll take that. Cherry with the board. Cherry, freshman out of Carmel, Indiana. Here's Malachi. Ajahong Beta. Vinny. Going to go left of the lane. Lost Ott. Kicks it to the corner. Witcher for 3. Had a good look off the back of the iron, and Toman with the board.
Millikin doing a lot better job preventing these runs into the hoop from Elmhurst right now.
Livingston. Only 6'1". He likes to penetrate toward that paint right there. And that's the second time he's been able to do that. First time connecting. He's going to be dangerous. 14 apiece. Under 11 minutes left here in the first half. Cherry. Toman picks him up. 7 on the shot clock. Witcher. Shot up. That one wild by Cherry. No good. Here's Toman for Millikin. That's going to be an illegal screen. Not trying to give and go. Let's see who the guilty party's going to be. It's going to be odd.
John Witcher doing a great job just fighting through that screen, really creating that foul. Now it's going to go take a seat. His second personal foul.
I don't know if you ever ran into a wall before. I'm sure that's what it feels like to hit or be hit by Frazier Ott. That is a big, big man. Here's Malachi. Witcher finds Ajahong Betta. He's got Toman on him. Going to go left and right. Misses it. Malachi. And Malachi with the over the back. As we approach the halfway point, Boone will check back in. I believe Malachi out. Malachi, that's his second foul already.
Yeah, Elmhurst starting off strong on the shooting end, falling into a little gap. And this is what we've seen really throughout this whole season. They start strong in these halves, get a couple of points up on the board, and then they run into these droughts. Haven't scored in the last 2 minutes. Millikin on the other end, 4 of their last 5 from the field. Elmhurst needs a stop here.
Junior out of St. Louis, Straughter. He'll get it back, picked up by Boone, trapped in the corner. That was a great pass to Spates, but Spates couldn't finish.
Yeah, even better defense from Witcher there, getting a hand. Looked like a piece on that ball.
Here's Trellenberg. Cherry, step back 3, no good. Ajahong Betta, fresh 20. Witcher, he's going to try one, and that's good. John Witcher, the junior out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Gives the Blue Jays a 3-point lead, 17-14 with 9:20 left here in the first half. Livingston gets it back. Quick step there by Bullock. Bullock on Witcher and good.
Millikin doing a great job getting just inside of this Elmhurst defense, making them collapse. It's been off a lot of screen game. Elmhurst just needs to figure out a way to keep with the ball handler, also guard on the fade.
Ajahong Betta gets to the Boone between the rings. Now Cherry, spin move. Right of the lane, kicks it out. Boone, top of the key, 5 seconds. Going to move in, going to lose it. And Spates comes up with it for Millikin. Now Toman over the timeline. Going to go left of the lane. Euro step, loses it. And it's going to be Blue Jay ball. Good defense by Elmhurst.
And on Toman, too. He only has 5 points so far through this first half. He's going to go take a seat.
Well, we talked about Toman. He's a guy that's going to get his points. You know he's going to score. We don't know how many points, but he's going to get his points. He's one of those guys. He's kind of a Jordan-type player where you can't stop him. You got to try to contain him some way, somehow. And you mentioned only 5 points. That's good defense by Elmhurst, and they've definitely studied Toman.
Yeah, and he's been on the floor the entire first half so far, 12 minutes in this one. Doing a great job of stopping him. He's had some chances, like that last one. Just putting up a body and getting a body on him, making it a little physical down in the paint. It's going to affect the shot, and they did just that. Elmhurst up 1 so far, doing a good job.
Well, John Baines at the helm of the Blue Jays, his 12th season. Kramer Soderberg, the helm of Big Blue. As I mentioned, identical records coming into this. Augustana, Millikin, and Elmhurst, both 5, all 3, 5 and 6. North Central at 5 and 7. Really, right now, I mean, mathematically, you would have to say Wheaton probably will not make the postseason at 0 and 10 in the conference, but anything from, I would say, even Carroll has a chance all the way up to Augustana to get that 6th and final spot. I mean, these final couple weeks are going to be big.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one is huge, especially going on a 3-game road trip. really to close out the CCIW season before coming back here for one more game. This is a massively important game in the conference against a team you're tied up with, trying to not only get a playoff spot, but potentially a home first-round bye.
Now Boone, his third three-pointer. He's made 1 out of 3. Here's Livingston. Travis, near side. Oh, that was up and down, I thought, by Straughter. He got away with one there. 12 on the shot clock. Who's going to get the shot? Travis? No, he's going to dump it off. Spates, and he'll go to the line for the N1.
Yeah, another screen with the fade. Millikin have done this a lot throughout this home game. Spates just send that screen, dropping off into the space, kind of like a linebacker or a DB, but on the offensive side. And then just finding him, he's wide open. Elmhurst just committing a little too much off screens to the ball handler.
Yeah, good call there, absolutely. They are, as you mentioned, the overcommit, and they're going to have to fix that because they're allowing some easy baskets by Big Blue and some of their bigs. I mean, no really big surprises. Toman with 5. 3 players, Spates, Livingston, and Travis with 3 apiece. And now 4, make it 4 for Spates. By Pearson. Seems like the Blue Jays are way outside once it gets down to single digits. Good move there by Blahoots, and he's going to go to the line. I see a lot of that tape on a lot of players tonight. Some grinding season injuries or some nagging pain. Never had that tape on, but what do they call it, chiropractic tape or something? Whatever it is, it's supposed to help with not overextending whatever muscles that are hurting. And then you can see those red spots a lot. I always wondered what those were, but those are those suction cup things that supposedly help with muscle, recovering muscles, especially after, a hard workout or games and so forth.
Yeah, and you mentioned long season, been going since
Steal
November.
by Blahoot. We'll take that all day on Travis.
Great job, Sebastian Blahoot. Hit the 2 free throws right before that and just sticking with the guy right there, getting a good steal. Now Elmhurst up 2.
Yeah, he poked that one away quickly, and Chase Travis didn't know, and now Blahoot's going to pick up the foul. Yeah, look at that steal. That was reading Travis. Every move. He went left, and then he went right, and he picked his pocket.
Yeah, 13th steal on the season for Sebastian Blahoot.
6 fouls for the Blue Jays. Only 2 for Millikin so far. Here's Straughter. That one almost stolen by Pearson. How about the Pearson brothers? That's going to be over and back. Good defense down low by the Blue Jays.
Putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler are the Blue Jays, and it's had a little bit of an effect. We saw it right there with the turnover. Blahoot with the steal. And let's just turning up the defense a little bit in the last couple of minutes.
Tagan and Talon down low. Here's Blahoot. That one rejected by Straughter. Chase Travis slows it down. This one stolen by Blahoot. Good pursuit from behind. Going to kick it out. Trellenberg going to drive baseline. Trapped in there. There's a 3. That one a good look by Blahoot, but off the front of the rim. One and done for Elmhurst.
Ooh, he came out of nowhere for that interception, really.
Yeah, no communication on Millikin, saying somebody's coming from behind. You got to be careful.
Got 3 turnovers now for Millikin in the last minute and a half.
Spates. That's going to be a costly one. That's only his first. But another turnover on the offensive foul. Good positioning by Boone.
Yeah, absolutely. Great positioning. And this Elmhurst defense has turned it up. 4 turnovers now in the last minute 45 on the Big Blue.
Blue Jays 2 of their last 10. Neither team shooting very well. 38% for the Blue Jays, 44 for Millikin. Now Blahoots. We're under 6 minutes. Here's Malachi. Give and go. Pearson. Oh, nice hook shot inside. Taylon Pearson, the freshman from Westchester's Nazareth Academy, who's actually in LaGrange.
Yeah, another exciting freshman for this Elmhurst team. Nice hook shot. That looked pure.
It did. I was watching. Can Trellenberg get to it? He can't, but hey, that slows down anything. Toman was going to receive that pass. Look at Pearson. I was watching today when Michigan State went out to UCLA to play them that they just lost. Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got together again. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the king of the hook shot. That reminded me a lot of his points. Toman kicks it off in the corner. Good defense that time on Lewis. But Lewis, after the fake, drives to the basket with the kiss off the glass. And it's 23-21 Blue Jays.
That was just intelligent from Lewis on Millikin, just finding the open spaces and going right to it.
Pearson hooking up with his brother. Let's see if Taylon can make it 2 for 2. Oh, he tried to find Malachi. Some unselfish play. I think that was one pass too many. I think Pearson could have taken that one to the basket. Here's Toman going to go in. That one's short. Again, good defense by the Blue Jays.
Trellenberg with wisdom the whole way, just putting a body on him, making it a physical shot.
Trellenberg with a shot from downtown Elmhurst. 26-21. Witcher getting ready to check back in. Head coach John Baines will make that substitution. Yeah, Toman looks frustrated out there. He actually looks gassed right now. Looks tired for the big man. Just as I say that, he's going to cruise baseline and draw the double team. That one almost stolen to Livingston, but Livingston with the circus shot. Malachi, he'll come back up with it. The strong man out of Clayton, Indiana. Now the Blue Jays able to extend with a basket to their largest lead. Pearson straight on 3. Count it. Timeout Millikin. 29-21. Look at that one. Wide open. Nothing but net.
And that was just a great last 4.5 minutes for the Blue Jays. Caused 4 turnovers. Millikin missing a couple of shots on good defense from the Blue Jays. And a 12-2 run in the last 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Some big threes in there. But defense leads to offense. We saw it right there, making it tough on Big Blue.
Yeah, they've had 4 turnovers in the last 4 minutes, so they're averaging a turnover about every 60 seconds. And as you mentioned, the Blue Jays on a 12-2 run over that last pretty much same time span. But, man, that is exactly what we need. Now we need to be able to prevent runs from Millikin. We need to hold them to, we can't allow them easy baskets. We have 6 fouls, they have 3. We've been physical with them. And as far as the officials tonight, I think they're calling a great game. They're letting these guys play. Excessive contact they're calling, but they're allowing the Blue Jays to play the defense. We know it's a smothering defense, and they know how to keep opposing big players to a minimum. That so far they've done that with Toman with 5 and Spates with 4.
Yeah, it's been really great. This Elmhurst defense putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers. They fixed a little bit of that screen game. You haven't seen much of that just because of the amount of pressure on the ball handler fighting over screens.
There's Livingston with Witcher. Witcher will try to pick his pocket. Oh, Blahoud again, quick. And a steal, and Witcher comes up with it. Good defense in the paint by Elmhurst. Trellenberg, he's going to try another 3. Why not? He's got 9 points, and the Blue Jays have opened up to an 11-point lead, largest lead of the night.
Yeah, 6 for 13 now from downtown Elmhurst for this Elmhurst team.
Yeah, Livingston just quick. Ott was in the corner, had his back to the basket. Livingston came around, picked it up, drove baseline. Another guy that's going to get his points. He is fast.
That broke a 9-0 run for Elmhurst, but
Pearson step back. That's off the front of rim. No good. One and done. Livingston with the board.
need to keep up this defensive pressure if you're Elmhurst.
Here's Tolman. I like that matchup with Trellenberg. And then Pearson from behind and stolen by Blahout again. Blahout, he's going to try to move in. Left of the block, kicks it out. Trellenberg, he's going to step back along the baseline. That one no good. Witcher couldn't come up with it. Here's Tolman. He's got a lot of white jerseys down there, and he'll try to take this himself. One shot, no good. And then kick back out. Oh, he is frustrated. Here's Livingston again. Give and go with Ott. That's stolen by Trellenberg. Outlet pass. Here's Malachi. Yes. By Slamma Jamma. Jaden Malachi pounds it down 34-23. An old Houston Cougar reference with Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde the Glide Drexler.
All right, it's defense to offense right now. This Elmhurst defense has been locked down really the last 5-6 minutes.
Minute 32 left. They're going to find Ott. He's trapped underneath. Lewis for three. Nothing but net. Senior out of St. Charles, Missouri.
That was just a good kick out. He knew he was covered down there in the paint.
Yeah, Livingston will pick up a foul at half court. But with only minute 13 left, this is a really good-looking Elmhurst defensive team. Look at Malachi. Sky, see you later.
He's another guy that can come off the bench and add instant impact on the offense and defensive end of the ball.
Dylan Engler, the 6'5 graduate of Oswego. Also played at Northwest Nazarene. Here's Blahout. 15 on the shot clock. 64 seconds left in the first half. We'll have cheerleading and palms coming up. Here's Blahout with 5 on the shot clock. Turn around, free throw line, no good. Oh, Engler looked like he was held that time by Bullock with no call. Here's Straughter. Tolman. Like good defense by the Blue Jays. Tolman, how about?
Oh, that's a close one. We'll see it again right here.
Boy, that looked like we saw an arm.
Engler still moving his feet a little bit.
Yep. You know, in plays like that, it almost should be like, you know what, we're going to redo that play because it could have been fouls both ways.
Yeah, I mean, Tolman did push off a little bit. Engler's still moving his feet. If Engler's a half second quicker getting over, I think that goes the other way.
Agreed.
But he's still
Tolman
just a little bit late getting there. But that puts Millikin in the bonus with 34 seconds left to go in this half.
Straughter after the miss by Tolman. And I tell you, Tolman, that is a strong, strong individual. Straughter with 10 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Straughter going to cruise into the lane. Wow, he shed 3 different Blue Jay defenders, and that one's stolen. And shot up no good by Chase Travis. Well, Travis returned the favor on Blahout that time.
Yeah, just a mistake from Asha Hong Beta. Giving it to Travis, but back to Tolman. 2 for 7 tonight from the field. He's really struggled. I mean, in conference games, he's shooting 53.4%. So not used to this struggle.
No, and this is something you don't want to do. Well, I mean, they're not shooting very well at all from the free throw line. They're 3 of 7 now. You don't want to breathe life into this Millikin team at the end, towards the tail end of the first half. You want to kind of keep that foot mashed on the gas. A nice crowd here tonight. Makes 1 of 2. 5-point lead with 12 seconds left. Pearson gets it over the timeline, finds Blahout. 6 seconds, Blahout. In the paint, turn her around, nicely done. A nice spin and kiss off the glass. That's how you want to end the first half. Just look at Blahout. Was not going to be denied. Gets the friendly spin. And your halftime score, 36-29. And Dawson, what a really good first half defensively, and then closing it out in the final seconds for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Elmhurst causing 9 turnovers there. They got 11 points off those turnovers. It was a great first half on the defensive side of the ball for the Blue Jays. And, I mean, Dominic Trellenberg, great night so far. 3 from 3 from behind the line. That's where he's gotten all his 9 points.
And taking a look at the field goal percentages, 47 for the Blue Jays, 48 for Millikin. Three-pointers, 6 of 13 for Elmhurst and 3 of 5 for Millikin. Well, we're going to have cheerleading and palms coming up for your halftime entertainment. It's 36-29 Blue Jays at halftime. Waiting for that halftime show, that half-court shot.
So I'm not even working today. I thought I was on a schedule, but I'm not. So I just showed up early.
I like that determination, man. Unlike the ball cap, us Cubby fans, come on, stole my Rizzo.
Not even a Yankees fan. I was just waiting for the coach. We're about to get breakfast. They're going to get breakfast.
No.
I think so.
I'm telling you, about 3 weeks ago, I thought we were going to get it.
I think so.
And that would make 3 Astros to be down.
This is crazy. Imagine you start out on your phone. Hey, did you see how much the extension was? $121 million for 2 years. It's not worth it. They give up a lot. They give up a lot. They give up too much for it. Yeah. It was like Dennis Schroeder went to Utah. Kyle Anderson or something like that went to Toronto. And some other players went.
We get Bergman.
I hope so. It looks good.
We can't get rid of
I don't know if he's a free agent. Is he a free agent? Yeah. Like 4 years, 100 and something million.
graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
My name is Ricky Franks. I'm a part of the Accelerated Master's Entry Nursing Program here at Elmhurst University. What drove me to choose Elmhurst is the flexibility of the program. With this accelerated program, you're allowed to start right after your bachelor's degree in any other field that you've been in. So after this, we'll have our MSNs, and then after that, if you want to pursue your career more and become a doctorate or a nurse practitioner, then you can just get your certificate. The best part that stands out to me of this program is just the relationships that I built over the time that I've been here and the opportunities and experiences I've had through clinicals. We've had all of the clinicals, so we have pediatrics, OB. It really just opens up the opportunity to experience. During those clinicals, you're able to really practice the skills that you're learning and just really facilitate that compassion to your patients. It really just made me decide that I really wanted to go into mental health. It really solidified that decision. Now I have been accepted to a post-certificate program for mental health, and I want to be a nurse practitioner after that, which is just underneath a year. I really want to advocate for patients, people who don't really have voices in those vulnerable populations. I really just want to make sure that they're heard and that they're cared for in the way that they should be.
My name is Danielle Corliss, and I am in Elmhurst University's online ME&P program. I believe that nursing is a calling. If you have an interest in healthcare, this is a very diverse field to go into, and you have a lot of options on what areas you want to work. I'm really excited to be a clinical nurse leader because there is a strong possibility to improve patient outcomes and improving the conditions that nurses and other medical professionals work in. I really hope to impact the lower income or underserved communities. Coming from Kentucky, where I was an EMT, and then even in my clinicals here in the Chicagoland area, there are a lot of underserved communities and they don't have access to the proper health resources. And I feel like focusing on those lower income, underserved communities can really help the healthcare system in general, but can also improve the overall health in these populations. My favorite part of this program has definitely been the clinicals. So my big aha moment during this program was during my critical care rotation. I was at the Trauma One Center in Chicago. Chicagoland area, which was a very great experience. And working in the ICU and in the ED, that's when I really knew this is what I wanted to do. Listening to my classmates and my friends talk about their experiences in clinical has been a really exciting experience, just to hear that they're doing well and that they're having the experience that we all hoped for, and that we're able to put the knowledge that we've learned in class into the actual setting and into the real world with real patients. It's very exciting because we're almost at the finish line. It's a very proud moment for us.
Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
I had a few wonderful classes that gave me some real world experience.
One of my classes entailed going through a simulation. It makes you collaborate with other people in your cohort, and it just makes it more engaging. I got a chance to have an internship. They liked me so much that they offered me a contract.
I was able to get an internship. It did help me find that that might not be the right path for me, but at least with a business administration degree from Elmhurst, it matches a lot of roles more than just one thing, so it's very versatile.
Being a military-friendly school was a big part of why I selected Elmhurst.
Military benefits actually helped me completely with my education, as I wouldn't have gone back to school if it hadn't been for the military benefits.
By being able to use the GI Bill at Elmhurst, I was able to really just focus on my education and doing well in the program versus having to worry about the financial aspects of paying for school.
It was seamless and easy to process. They also are part of the Yellow Ribbon program, which helped make up the difference for the cost that the GI Bill did not.
I'm Dawson Wells, he's Bill Downing, and Elmhurst up to a 36-29 lead. And Bill, Elmhurst turning defense into offense in that first half. Causing 9 turnovers into 11 points off those turnovers, doing a great job so far.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, and I'm pretty sure they're going to ratchet up that defense here in the second half here with another 20 on the clock. We'll get you some scores, men and women's basketball in the CCIW here shortly.
Great game so far, back and forth. Blahoot so far, 8 points. Here's Tromberg for 3 off the back rim.
Right, Boone's lucky he didn't collect a foul on that one. But again, it just goes to show the big man in control of his body when he goes up. This is a big matchup right here with Spates.
Long 3 from Tolman, off target. He's had a rough night. 1 from 3 from the field now. As Cherry misses that driving layup, Tolman with the rebound, but 2 for 8 from the field now for Tolman.
Yeah, he is struggling, and just as soon as he touches the ball, he draws that double team. And another offensive foul. That time, Pearson got clubbed on the way.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times from this Millikin team on the screens. Just a little too aggressive and a little too physical. But really, other than that, these refs have let them play some physical basketball, especially down in the paint. Here's Jack Cherry for the Blue Jays. Laying off to Blahoot. Great pass to Tromberg, and he lays it in.
He's got 11 points to lead the way. First player in double digits tonight.
Strotter brings it up for Big Blue. He's fouled by Pearson on the reach-in. Here's that pass again from Boone, and just what a pass into Tromberg on the cut.
Big man with some good vision. Good court awareness. Good drawn-up play.
Travis trying to drive baseline, kicks it out to Stevenson. Down low, Spates taking advantage of the slip from Boone.
All 6 points, he was able to shed the defender and get easy points.
Blue on that far side wing finds Boone, wide open three, off target. Rebounded by Millikin. There's Schroeder. On the wing with Travis. Good pass into space. And he gets a good layup after he bodied Boone a little bit down in the post.
Yeah, Toman drawing that double team, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That one, it was just too much space, is really starting to control the paint for Big Blue.
Yeah, he's up to 8 points, leading the scorer for the Big Blue right now. Trumberg driving in, jump step. Underhand layup off target, just a little too strong. Millikin only down 38-33 now. And off to Tolman.
Oh, they almost tried that same play again, this time on the right side of the lane.
Long three from Schroeder, off target, rebounded by Trellenberg. Here comes Blue, cuts inside, kicks out to Boone.
That's Trellenberg's first rebound tonight.
That's kind of shocking. He's normally a pretty good rebounder for this Elmhurst team.
They're definitely boxing him out. Oh, Cherry hard to the basket and fouled.
Yeah, going right at Tolman there. He picks up his first foul of the game, but in conference, or overall, Dominic Trellenberg averages 6.6 rebounds per game.
Yeah, Cherry split the defenders. I don't know who picked that up. It wasn't Tolman. They're going to give that to Chase Travis.
Cherry misses the first free throw. Elmhurst's first missed free throw of the game after going perfect 2 for 2 in the first half.
Win or lose from the free throw line, these are always big points, and it makes one of two.
Good recovery as Malachi comes in for Boone.
6'7", 205-pound junior. I'm going to say his body fat's less than 1. Less than 1%. That is, he's a gym rat for sure.
And an athlete. We saw that in the first half with his big breakaway dunk.
Yes, always fun to watch him.
Absolutely. Stevenson goes off for Tolman. Good pass into Stevenson.
Yeah, the Blue Jays got to be careful because they're doing what they're assigned to do, and that's double team Tolman, but they're losing another player in the process and making for some easy baskets here for Millikin.
Yeah, here's Blue. Like defensive foul on Millikin. Like on Tolman, so that's going to be, I believe, his second.
Women's basketball scores. North Central at Carthage leading 34-28. The big one, Carroll at Illinois Wesleyan leading 46-39. That's in the third.
Pearson three, too strong.
Elmhurst grabbing a 1-point lead at Wheaton, 49-48. And Augustana all over North Park, 43-16.
Stolen away by Pearson. Leading the fast break, stops, wanted that three, finds Blahout. Pearson fakes, drives in. Just triple team down there in the post. He had Blahout on the edge, just couldn't find that open shooter.
Yeah, Pearson was kind of trapped in the Bermuda Triangle right there. Really nothing he could do.
Kick ball on Elmhurst. Going to stay with Millikin on that right-hand side, but going back to that last offensive possession for Elmhurst. Yeah, it looked like Pearson, he had multiple options. Could have taken a three, could have passed it off.
Shot clock should go to 20. There it is. Yeah, you're right. But Millikin doing a lot more cutting here in that second half. I mean, they found something that the Blue Jays are having a hard time defending.
Here's Schroeder, good outlet pass in, tipped away, stolen by Pearson. Trellenberg going up and gets the lay-in Dominic Trellenberg up to 13 for this Blue Jays team.
Well, he has been a beast all night long. Great touch off the glass for the big man.
Here's Stroudder off to Tolman. He drives in. Kick out. Travis off target. Rebounded out to Hongbeta.
Well, you're taking Tolman right out of the equation. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but he's definitely their go-to.
Stolen away by Millikin. Here comes Travis.
And Malachi had them feet going before that ball was in his hands.
Kick out Bullock.
Partially deflected.
Great closeout, Vinny Hongbeta there to get that block.
Smart play there by Trellenberg. And Chase Travis will pick up another foul, and that's going to be his third.
Yeah, here's that steal. Trellenberg going through the contact.
I like that. I like how he can get a little bit of separation with that opposite hand. And again, he's not pushing off. He's just kind of going straight up. And Tolman not able to get in there and defend that with an active hand. Like Travis can have to have a seat, 4 points and 3 fouls.
Here's Pearson. Gets over to Trellenberg. Wide open three. Got it!
16 for the big man. And he is 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
And he was wide open there, and that's a guy you don't want to leave open, especially how red hot he is.
I want to see what kind of adjustments they make on their first time out as far as defending.
Pass down low to Livingston. He goes up, gets the
he is good.
Jumper. Livingston up to 7 points this evening. Here's Blue, gets over to Trellenberg on that far side. Now Malachi. Back to Pearson. Guarded by Livingston.
12 on the shot clock.
He's out to Blue, drives baseline. 3 guys there, rises up, reach around, got it! Sebastian Blue up to double digits now. Acrobatic layup
Nasty.
in the towers. Wow.
That was nasty because rightfully that ball shouldn't even made it to the rim. I mean, he was amongst 2 tall players, and somehow he made it work. And 46-37. It's been 3 of 3 for the Blue Jays on their last 3 trips, but it has been, again, that defense and being able to hold down Big Blues bigs here to start the second.
Yeah, Millikin so far in this second half, 3 turnovers, Elmhurst 4 points off of those turnovers. They've done a great job really throughout this entire game, turning that defense into offense. 15 total points off turnovers for this Blue Jays team, and Millikin only 1 point off turnovers. Elmhurst doing a great job just limiting that. Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Well, thank you for joining us here on Suncom.tv. Dennis Bergen, all the way to our right. Elmhurst University's YouTube athletics page. Check us out on X, Instagram, and Facebook. Boy, we are all over the place, it seems like. You can watch us from sea to shining sea. From New Lenox to Willowbrook.
Millikin getting this game back started, and then foul on Blahout. Just a little bit of a mistake there. That's going to be his second personal foul. Back into Livingston.
Coach Dennis Bergen. Doug Coach.
Missed by Livingston. Going to stay with Millikin on that far side.
Boy, Livingston drawing a crowd, but you can see the Blue Jays not getting away from their assignments. They are keeping a close eye on Tolman. But Livingston pecking away with his points. He's got 7.
Into Odd. Good post moves from him. Those are his first points of the evening's contest.
Hongbeta Always fun to watch. Instant offense and defense.
Here's Witcher into Malachi. Can't collect it, but it's going to stay with the Blue Jays. The last off Tolman.
But Malachi coming back for that pass that was behind him, almost like a receiver in football. He didn't give up on that pass.
Here's Malachi. Elmhurst up 7. Off to Blahout. Done a little bit of a double team, trying to get that in again. Sebastian Blahout.
12, and the last 6 he's had have been acrobatic shots.
And stolen away by Malachi. Euro and the foul. Missed the shot, but Jaden Malachi with the steal.
Good anticipation by the big man. I think he wanted to destroy that rim, and then he just got tapped at the last second and threw it up. But a great play by the big man. Good anticipation, good follow through. Now we just need to connect on the free throws, and we're shooting 75% tonight, 3 of 4.
Malachi hits the first one, but another turnover on this big blue team. They're up to 14 in this contest.
Taylon Pearson checking back in, 6'5" freshman. His brother checking in at 6'3".
All these freshmen really for this Elmhurst team. There's so much fun to watch. Jack Cherry, Taylon Pearson, Ajahong Beta. Getting a lot of quality minutes so far this year. Here's Tolman, drives the hoop and gets the lay in. He's up to 7.
He had to work hard with that one to get by Vinny Ajahong Beta.
And he struggled, but that was a good looking layup and drive. You can see the skill. He just hasn't been able to finish tonight.
Yeah, you got to be careful with him, because if that's the shot that gets him going, the Blue Jays are going to have to play good defense, and they're going to have to get good shots.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Sebastian Blahout. Drives. Hook shot and in. Sebastian Blahout has taken over this game with 14. And they've all been acrobatic shots in this second half.
The junior from Wooddale, Illinois.
Here's Tolman. Blocking foul on Taylon Pearson.
Yeah, he got there just, I think, 1 second too late. Look at Blahout.
Man.
Respect my authority right there, because that's a guy right there that is locked in as we speak.
That's what they call a shooting foul as well on Tolman. So he heads to the line, buries the first one.
He's got 8 points now, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for the big man. He's got 6 boards also.
He's almost played every minute, up to 26 minutes now for Tolman. As Millikin switches to a little bit of a zone here. Here's Ajahong Beta over to Pearson. Then he loses the dribble, trying to get into Malachi. He rises up, draws the foul. Jaden Malachi.
But good play between the two bigs right there. Malachi, no give up whatsoever. I like the way he's playing tonight.
Absolutely, 4 points so far, 1 rebound. Does have 2 fouls, but has gotten a couple of steals.
Pearson for Pearson. Spate's getting ready to check in. Malachi solid from the line now.
He goes 2 for 2, 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. He has 6 points.
And they're shooting over 86% from the free throw line. We talked about winning and losing from the charity stripe right there. Those 3 points, very important down the stretch.
That's an area Elmhurst has struggled with so far in conference games, shooting 67%. Tolman kicks it off to Bullock. Here's Stevenson.
Tolman, he's trying to get open in that corner. But Big Blue can't get the ball over to him.
Bullock draws a foul. Vinny Ajahong Beta just like a little bit of a mismatch there.
Say that fast 5 times. I dare you. That was a good play. And we talk about him being a freshman. I mean, just off of his feet right there. Got up in the air. Something he will correct.
Laid in by Stevenson. Good pass by Travis. Millikin just sticking in this one, keeping it within 9. Elmhurst 5 of their last 5. Here's Finney. Good body in. A little too strong off the backboard.
We talked about a tall team. Only 3 players on Millikin's roster under 6 feet. And those other 3 very close to 6 feet at 5'10" apiece.
Knocked away by Adjahongbeta. Taken away by Boone. Here's Vinny Adjahongbeta. And the lay-in.
Smart play. Everybody here was wanting him to just trash that rim.
And he fouls Tolman, but here's that steal again. Knocks away that pass. And he knew it.
Yeah,
exactly. He was going to go for a layup all the way.
Oh, man, that's so fun to watch.
He's got 4 points. Does take a seat with 3 personal fouls.
CCIW is where it's at.
Absolutely. Here's Tolman trying to find the space. Stolen away by Witcher. Here comes Elmhurst. Too strong on the lay-in, rebounded by Spates.
He looked back at the last second and saw Tolman right behind him. He should have just made the power move to the basket.
Here's Tolman driving baseline. Draws the foul.
Yeah, he knows it's crunch time with 9:28 left. Down by 11. This is the time that Big Blue, if they're going to make a push, it's going to start right here.
And it's going to start with Tolman. He is their leading scorer in conference games, 17.1. He misses the free throw.
Man, they are shooting terrible from the free throw line. I say terrible. It shows 60%, but I mean, these are guys that have been solid from the free throw line all season.
Yeah, Tolman coming into tonight, 84.5% free throw shooter. He's missed 2 free throws.
You talked about it. Points off turnovers, 19 to 1, excuse me, in favor of the Blue Jays.
For 3, got it!
He's got 6 points. 8 of 17 from beyond the arc for the Blue Jays. How about that answer? Up to a 13-point lead.
Here's Spates, down low, kicks it out to Bullock. Pump fake. Travis, back to Bullock. Trying to find Tolman, they get it to him. He drives baseline, jumper, cash for Tolman.
He is good. Largest lead tonight, as we saw just a second ago, was 13.
There's that 3 from Witcher we saw right there.
That was beautiful. What a shot that was.
Beautiful, beautiful shot. And you're going to give us some men's CCIW basketball scores from around the league.
The men's brand new computer. Slow as could be. Hopefully your travels are, you're at home out of the ice storm, I don't know, Ice-mageddon or whatever they would call it. Taking a look at some of the scores around the CCIW. Wheaton overtaking North Park 78-71 with about 6 minutes left. Make it just under 8 minutes left in the second. Wow, that's a big surprise. North Park second in the conference at 14-6. Wheaton at 3-16.
Yeah, they're looking for their first win in the CCIW so far this year.
North Central leading 49-44 at home against Illinois Wesleyan. Make it 51-44. That would be huge right there. Carroll at home trailing Carthage.
Pearson for 3. He gets it! Elmhurst shooting lights out from beyond the arc here tonight. There's a defensive foul on the Blue Jays. Here's Tegan Pearson.
Oh, my.
Spot up jumper, got it too easy.
Splish splash. Made it look real easy.
He's up to double digits tonight with 10. Elmhurst shooting 50% from behind the arc. Here's Travis. Kicks out to Strotter. He pulls up from 3. Off target, rebounded Elmhurst.
Now it's time to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, 14-point game lead now for the Blue Jays. Boone keeps it in play, kicks it out. Tobler Hoot.
Plenty of time still left, 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Gets it to Pearson. Trying to find something. He's going to look for the shot. Push off 3. Nylon off the backboard.
Hey, we'll take it. And I think Pearson got away with one right there.
Absolutely, but they've been letting him play physical all night long. Taking Pearson up to 13. And then foul on Elmhurst, but here's that shot. Pearson rolled off the backboard and then got it.
Well, that was a big play. Let's take a look at some women's scores around the CCIW. North Central leading at Carthage 46-37. The Blue Jays trailing at Wheaton right now by 3, 59-56. Augustana blowing out North Park 59-29. And Illinois Wesleyan has come back after Carroll has led most of that contest, leading by 5, 64-59.
Back here in Elmhurst, Strotter hitting that first free throw. He hits the second. 15-point lead for Elmhurst now, 65-50, with just over 7 minutes left to play here in the second half. Schellenberg, he's got 16 points tonight. Gets it over to Pearson with 13, both of them. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Tegan Pearson.
I think Livingston caught one in the chops there. He sold it well, I can tell you that. Yeah, he definitely got one. Oh, and they're going to look, I think they're going to look at this as a possible hostile act. That's what they're telling the teams to go to the bench. Officials will take a look at it. I really, it happened so fast. I don't think that was an intentional elbow, but the 3 officials will talk about it, and they will, I believe, look at it. Or they're going to make the call without even looking at it. No, they're going to take a look at it real quick.
Yeah, I didn't see much. It looked like he just brought the ball up and was just trying to create a little bit of space with it up by his head and just caught the defender.
Well, they'll definitely get a good look at it. The cameraman, producer, director, editor, everything. Dennis Bergen, I'm sure, got a great view of this. I mean, it could go either way. You know, Livingston's head kind of came back and he grabbed his lip. And let's see here what the call is going to be. Well, they're going to ask for a second opinion, so this might be a little bit closer than what we thought.
Yeah, we'll see both of these teams. I mean, it's been a physical game, but not a lot of fouls in this one. They're letting them play.
I agree. Usually with hostile acts, 2 officials will look at it, a third one will wait, then they'll call it in and kind of get a second opinion. And if they're all on the same page, whatever the call is going to be, it's usually not like a majority rules. All 3 pretty much have to agree on it. Well, they don't have to, but they usually do. And now they'll all come together and kind of talk over what they saw, but Livingston, definitely we saw his head snap back, but now they're trying to figure out the clock situation because they're going to have to figure shot clock. If they have to put the game clock wherever that needs to go, when the foul, if the foul occurred. And now they'll talk to both head coaches.
I mean, either way, that's a big foul on Tegan Pearson, his third. So
I don't think John Baines. Well, okay. So it's just going to be a common foul.
That's the right call. But
yeah.
Tegan Pearson's still with 3 personal fouls in this one.
Yeah, that's trouble.
He's just got to be a little bit careful. I mean, he's a smart player. Got the good basketball IQ. Hot spin move, hook shot off the front of the rim, rebounded Elmhurst.
Millikin right there, staying right with the big man, putting the arms up, making it difficult for Ott to see that basket.
Absolutely, yes, he's up at the top. Gets it over to Trellenberg, mismatch with Ott. Locked away pass. Elmhurst retains possession here with Pearson, top of the key. Loses the dribble a little bit, keeps with it, and then Trellenberg just can't handle the pass. Another turnover on Elmhurst. They're up to 8 in this game.
That's something that they want to avoid. You can kind of read John Baines on that one. That was one that got away right there.
Millikin trying to make a run now. Elmhurst needs to be careful. Millikin's in the bonus. So they'll shoot free throws the rest of the game on fouls.
And that could be a lot of free throws with 6 minutes left.
Absolutely. So here's Schroeder. Step back, 3. Off target. Blue keeps it in play with the rebound. In low to Witcher. He gets the rebound and a foul. John Witcher taking a shot at the end of that basket.
Schroeder just did not give up even after the whistle, and that's how he's going to get the and one. Tolman coming back in. I think we're going to see him for the next 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Absolutely. That's just a mistake, honestly, from Schroeder. And the reason Witcher's getting this and one opportunity is, like you said, way after the play, after the ball went in, as he gets the and one. He's up to 9 points in this one.
Well, we're looking at possibly 4 Blue Jays in double digits.
Here's Tolman. He's got to step up if Millikin wants to come back in this one. Turnaround jumper, he gets it. Up to 14.
Yeah, he's a beast. He is very impressive. Another player in the CCIW is absolutely enjoyable to watch play.
Absolutely.
Just never gives up. He knows he's struggling.
Trellenberg down low, rises up, can't get that one to go. Good defense by Tolman in the big blue. Here's Schroeder. Draws the double team. Rebounded and off target. Gets the second chance, does Stevenson.
Yeah, and here comes Millikin. Got to be careful. It's 68-54, but Millikin starting to put things together, but running out of time.
Malachi loses the dribble, out of play. Another turnover on Elmhurst. Just getting a little bit sloppy these last couple minutes, Bill.
Agreed. I agree. Malachi, he got the ball. He wanted to go one way, away from the defense, but the ball, as he said, went off Ott. But those plays are not reviewable in Division III.
Schroeder, athletic layup.
That's only 4 points for the big man, but man, they're starting to play some good basketball here with under 5.
Down to a 12-point lead for the Blue Jays. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this contest. Here's Witcher. Thought about a 3, lays off to Blahout.
Boy, Millikin really picking up their defense.
Yeah, nothing doing there for Sebastian Blahout as that one's blocked out of play. John Baines going to call a timeout here with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, you're almost going to need an ice bath after this one. A lot of, constant moving. These kids are not giving up. Talking about Millikin, the Blue Jays with the big lead. They're not complacent whatsoever. They're still playing their defense. they're just not getting the good shots. And Millikin now is starting to get into a little bit of a groove, as you mentioned, that they're going to have to be very, very careful with. I mean, it's 4 minutes and 4 seconds left. Anything's possible in basketball. But I think whatever got you here, and that's going to be defense for the Blue Jays, I think you stick with it. You take time off that shot clock, take time off that game clock, and get a good shot. Shot selection is going to be key.
Absolutely. Millikin on a 6-0 run have cut the lead to 12 points. Trying to get a huge stop here. Elmhurst with the inbound. Blue trying to find Trellenberg. Does. Draws the double team, and he's fouled.
We'll take that one. Spates. It was either Spates or Bullock picked that one up. Let's see. Spates, that's his second. We'll take it. I mean, they bailed us out big time. We had 6 seconds left.
And Trellenberg was in a double team. He heads to the line for the first time tonight. Hits the first one.
17 points. He leads the way for everybody that's playing here tonight.
He goes 2 for 2 from the line.
You know, we talked about Tolman struggling, but he's 4 boards away from a double-double. I mean, if that's a struggling night, I'd hate to see when he's on.
Yeah, he's come back after a rough first half. Here he is, taking on Trellenberg. Pull-up 3. Wow.
Yep, you got to put your hands up.
Tolman trying to will back Big Blue into this one. Only down 11 now. Here's Trellenberg. Rises up, off target. Malachi missing the second chance. Ball on the floor. It goes Millikin's way. They get a big stop. Under 3.5 minutes left to go.
11-point lead. Look out.
Travis drives. Draws the foul.
Well, that was a late whistle.
I think it's the right call.
Yeah, Witcher lost him. Last second kind of came back. He did put the arms up, but he was going right into the player.
Both teams in the bonus now, so Millikin will head to the line.
And Travis only 4 points. This is only his 3rd free throw of the night.
Yeah, Chase Travis coming in tonight in conference play, averaging just over 10.5 points per game. He knocks down the first one. And he misses the second. Chase Travis, his second missed free throw of the evening. Elmhurst trying to go quickly with Bahoot. He now slows it down. Pearson, Tolman switches onto him. Here's Vinny. Driving. Defensive foul on Jahan Betty. He's going to head to the line for the Blue Jays. Up 10.
That was, I believe if that's Travis, that's going to be his, it's his 4th. It is. He didn't like that call, and I tell you, he drew the attention of one of the officials too. He said something, and I think he was about 1 word away from a technical, and Raja Beta makes the first.
Aiden Boone comes back into this one. Malachi takes a seat.
Great substitutions by John Baines tonight.
Yeah, he always seems to make the right substitutions at the right time. As Ajon Beta knocks down both, gives Elmhurst a 12-point lead. He's perfect from the line tonight. Elmhurst only have missed 1 free throw. 12 for 13.
Under 3 minutes left.
Wide pass. Spates is able to collect it. Gets it to Tolman. He drives. Fake shot and gets it. Tolman up to 19. And he's starting to take over for Millikin.
He is a player. He is good. And you saw the clear out. As soon as he got the ball, everybody got away from the paint. And he knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to either to the line or he was going to get the basket. One of the two was going to happen right there. As you mentioned, 19 points, one away from 20. 2 Big Blue in double digits. Toman 19-10 for Stevenson. For the Blue Jays, I mean, we have 3 right now. Blue Hood 14, Trellenberg 18, Pearson 13, and Witcher with 9. And he is currently out at this point, but are impressive. I mean, the free throws were shooting 92%. 19-3 as far as points off turnovers. Fast break points 13-1. And steals 11-5. Some big categories being won by the Blue Jays.
And they're getting out-rebounded too. Millikin 27-19 advantage in the rebound category, but this Elmhurst team is still battling up and down the floor.
Well, they know they can't give up. I mean, you can see it in their face. They know that every game is important. I mean, from the first one you play this season to the last one. But more importantly for the Blue Jays at this point, holding down that 6th and final spot to get into CCIW. And every win, when you have 3 teams tied with you, everything is important. Everything's under a microscope, it seems like, at this point.
Very key game, like you said, in the CCIW with these 2 teams tied. 10-point game. Just under 2.5 minutes to go here in Elmhurst. Blue draws the double team, kicks it out to Boone. Wanted to take a 3, just followed the pass a little bit. Ajong Beta drives the rim, gets it for Vinny.
He's got 8.
Great move, faking the pass and finding the open space. Here's Schroeder. They get it to Toman. Step back, long 3, too strong. Boone with the rebound.
Under 2 minutes left. They will take that all day. That was NBA distance right there on that 3.
Pearson just slowing the game down a little bit. Elmhurst just trying to drain as much game clock as possible.
John Baines and his coaching staff do a great job at managing these kids.
Pearson, long 3, off target. Boone trying to get to the rebound. Not fast enough. And he takes a heavy fall.
Yeah, good thing, because it looked like the leg went one way. Good drive there by Jahong Beta. Good to see the big man's up.
Here's Bullock. They get to Tolman. They're finding him every possession. He loses it. Stolen by Trellenberg.
That's big right there. Now, force him to foul.
Pearson, far side. No foul for Millikin.
I'm surprised. They have got to foul as we're under a minute left.
Trying to trap him, gets the Ajong Beta. Elmhurst just trying to drain as much clock as possible. 10 seconds on shot clock. Boone, Pearson, 3. Game sealer! Tegan Pearson.
16 points. That's a dagger right there. I think that one will seal it. Oh, look at that. I mean, you talk about ice in the veins. That one almost hit the rafters here at R.A. Fagenal Hall.
And what a shot. Who else but Tegan Pearson, one of the leaders of this team, 5th-year guy.
Well, it's absolute sick player to watch. I mean, he lives for those moments. I mean, he's been doing that for years here at Elmhurst. Feed me the ball, I'll take care of it. He's the Marshawn Lynch of the Blue Jays.
Schroeder knocks down both free throws from the line. Elmhurst up 13. 35 seconds left to go on the game clock. Blue Hoop gets it over, and he's finally fouled by Millikin. I'm shocked they didn't foul sooner.
Yeah, I was totally agree with you that at that point with the shot clock off, you have to foul immediately on the inbound. You have to.
Yeah, they allowed Tegan Pearson to hit that big 3. Blue Hoop now heading to the line.
He's got 14 points, perfect from the line, 2 of 2. Oh.
Misses the first one. Still a 13-point game. I do have to take a miracle for Millikin to come back here.
Boy, a sweep of Big Blue. More importantly, 500 in the CCIW.
Blue goes 1 for 2 from the line. Strutter just trying to get something quickly. Gets the lay-in.
Well, Ajahong Betta did not he did everything in his powers to swat that one to Never Never Land.
And Pearson's fouled on the inbound. He's going to head to the line.
And everybody's starting to file out of R.A. Fagano Hall. Pretty confident this game is secured for the Blue Jays. They'll move their record to 10-11 overall, 6-6 in the CCIW. Millikin will drop to 11-10 overall, and 5-7. Millikin led the series 75-66. That will move to 75-67.
Blocked by Ajahong Betta, but it does foul. And he rose up.
Oh, man.
That one's close. But big bounce back for the Blue Jays after a tough Saturday matchup against Illinois Wesleyan. This is exactly how John Baines wanted his team to respond against Big Blue.
And you mentioned the next 3 on the road, the 12th at Augustana, the 15th at North Park, the 19th up in Kenosha against Carthage, before coming back home on the 22nd against Carroll. And Carroll struggling at 2-8. And I think they're going to call off the Dogs here.
Blue Hoot's going to bring it over the line. And that's going to do it from R.A. Fagano Hall. Elmhurst wins 78-68. Big bounce back victory for the Blue Jays. Dominic Trellenberg with 18 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Tegan Pearson, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Both of them having big nights to help Elmhurst get the victory.
Yeah, Ajahong Betta playing a great game. I mean, everybody that came in, they contributed and did their part. You know, you look at Cherry, he only had 1 point, but look, 4 massive boards and an assist, and he played 16 minutes. So when he came in, he was instant offense and defense. That's exactly what Ajahong Betta does, and this team just, I mean, that was a great performance, and it all, as you mentioned, defense to offense.
Yeah, they shot 52% from the three-point line as well. Elmhurst did a great job from that area. And you're going to talk to John Baines here coming up.
Yeah,
after that big victory.
I'm interested to see what he's going to say as John Baines on his way up. And a big win here for the Blue Jays, 78-68. And the Blue Jays, more importantly, will move their record to 6-6 in the CCIW. And a sweep of Big Blue this season. Head coach John Baines joining us here. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on a big win. You sweep Millikin tonight, but more importantly, that step where you're in the 6th position, 3 teams locked in there at the same record. And this is a game, I'm sure you'll agree, this was a must-win here tonight. And defensively, it was a massive output, and it just turned into offense.
Yeah, this was a big win for us. You hate to get a guy when they're down, but Millikin's, they've lost a couple of their guards, and I think it's hurt their ability to get into their stuff. And everybody has injuries this time of year, and unfortunately for them, and so we felt like going into the game, we really need to put some ball pressure on. We picked them up full court, and I think that in the first half, you saw that 10-minute stretch, I thought we really got into them, and I think that was part of it. I think we did a good job, but I think that we kind of went at him on that spot.
Well, I noticed one thing. You locked down Toman, and that was a guy that really hurt you in the win at Millikin. But tonight, I mean, he got his points. He's a guy that's going to get his points. He got 19 points, most of it in the last 10 minutes here in the second half. But whatever you drew up defensively against him threw everyone else off.
I'll tell you, he's a good player.
Yes, he is.
He can shoot the ball. You know, he's an analytic guy's dream. He shoots the ball well. He gets to the free throw line. He shoots a good percentage. He's a tough guy. He's a sophomore. We got him for the next couple of years. We really made a big effort. We just said, hey, we need to squeeze the gaps on him. There was a couple times we lost him a little bit where he got all the way to the rim, but for the most part, I think we did a good job on him.
Well, I think you did too. You look at Blahout, Trellenberg, and Pearson all in double digits tonight, but Pearson, it's like he lives for moments like that. Give me the ball, feed me the ball, the Marshawn Lynch of the Blue Jays, and he came through in the clutch. But Trellenberg with 18 points, Blahout with 15. I mean, a well-distributed offensive game tonight.
Thanks. It was a good game. And I'll tell you what, we had a really good effort off the bench. I mean, John Witcher played really well for us tonight. He had a couple big shots. Vinny, Jade Malachi played well. I think Talon Pearson did well. I mean, we had a good group effort, and to get a double-digit win when we really needed it, I'm really impressed with where we're at.
And your points off turnovers, 22-3. That's something I know that you got to go back and you got to chalk up and say, hey, that's a stat that you really must preach during practice during the week.
Well, I haven't preached it very well because we're last in the league in steals. I've been talking about it for a long time, probably ad nauseum for these guys, but we really have talked about attacking the ball and doing a better job on the ball and getting some hands in there. And I think, there's sometimes you get that Illinois Wesleyan game, we got hammered. But there are things that you can take from that. They saw how physical an old group was and how handsy they were and how they got into it and how the referees just said, hey, you guys are playing. Right. And I just said, we had a couple times at practice this week where Jade Malachi kind of went up and got bumped, and he's like, Coach, I got hit. And I said, it wasn't a hit on Saturday. Right, and I think he was like, you're right. And so I think the guys have now, that game, as bad as it was for us, I think it was just an awakening for our young guys. This is the level of effort and toughness that you have to win games.
Well, you got 3 road games. I'm sure it's going to be the same approach you had tonight, except you're not going to be home. But then you're home against Carroll. These last 4 games are going to be huge. What is your approach with these last 4 coming in?
I think we've all had the same goal probably since we got to January, was we really want to get in the tournament and have and host a game. And I feel like with this group, if we can do that, that would be a really exciting thing where we could have a chance to get to that Final Four with a home game. And I think that's still in play for us, and I think that's the goal. And that's what you're trying to get to.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win tonight. You sweep Millikin. You get to 500 in the CCIW. I know that's huge. And you started off in 6th. Not sure what happened with the other 3 teams that are tied with you, but it doesn't matter. You took care of business tonight. Big win. Congratulations.
I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Blue Jays win tonight, and they move to 500 in the CCIW. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Suncom.tv. I'm Bill Downing, Dawson Wells, Dennis Bergen, Coach John Baines. Good night, everybody, and go Blue Jays.